Hi everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to create a cover image for your opt-in or your freebie or your lead magnet. And there's a few things that go into creating your opt-in, and I'm gonna show you, basically what you need to do is not only do you have to create your actual like PDF, the thing they're going to download, but then you want to create some sort of image that is enticing for any of your audience or leads to see on your website and actually download it. So what I'm going to show you is how to create sort of these interesting looking PDF like previews almost, right? So they're getting like a little bit of a hint of what's in here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to show you how to add the drop shadow. I'm not going to get into all the detailing of back here, but just a very simple way on what you can do with this in Photoshop. I actually created these all in InDesign. It's a little bit easier for me, but I'm going to show you how to do it all in Photoshop. So I have Photoshop open, and what I'm going to end up doing is taking this freebie, so this is my actual freebie, it's the PDF, and I'm going to create a cover page. So the simplest way that I do it is after you create your actual PDF of your freebie, is you're going to save it as a JPEG. So I went ahead and already did this. I already saved them all as JPEGs, but the way you would do it is just drop down here, hit JPEG, and each page would be turned into a JPEG. So I've already done that. So once you do that, they are here. Find your folder where you have them. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick the pages you want. So I think the ones that are going to be most interesting are going to be the first page, the third page, and maybe the fifth page. Let's go with that. So I'm going to select those three, and all I'm going to do is drag it onto my Photoshop file. And you just have to press enter, enter, and enter for these to load. And just to give you an idea of what size this is just a standard sheet of paper. So it's 8.5 by 11, just landscape style. So that's all that I did for the document setup. And actually, let's see. And I have it at 300 pixels per inch, so you can see there. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to make these smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down Shift to click all of these layers. You're going to go up to Edit, Transform, Free Transform. And then you're going to hold down Shift to make sure you maintain your aspect ratio. And I'm just going to bring these down to about there. And then I'm going to reorder my layers because I want the front page on top and then page 5 at the bottom. And then I'm just going to start rearranging these in like a way that I think might be interesting. And I do like how I had it on my website, like a little bit tilted. So let's do that. And all I'm doing at the shortcut, guys, this is Command T. It's the free transform tool. So if you click a layer, if you click on like a layer and then go Command T, it's going to give you the free transform. And if you don't want the shortcut, again, it's just Edit, Free Transform here. So the next thing you want to do is you want to add your drop shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the top one, and down here you'll see this FX, and you're going to click out and hold that. And you're going to scroll down to drop shadow. And you're going to get your drop shadow bar. And ultimately what you're going to do is you're going to play with these settings here. And the angle, what you want to do is you want to make sure you have preview on so you can see what's going on. So I'm going to actually increase the distance. This is like how far the shadow is going to be, just so I can see where I'm working. And that's going to have the shadow go that way. I think I like that shadow going this way. It is a little bit too dark for my taste, so I'm going to lower the opacity. And I personally love hard shadows, but if you don't, if you like a softer look, you are going to, let's see, which setting is it? It's the size. So you're going to soften that up. And if you're thinking it's spreading out too far, bring down your distance again. And if you want it more at an angle, you would just do something like that. The spread, maybe bring down the spread a little bit, however you want to do it. So you're just going to play with these settings here. I'm going to go back to my hard shadow because I like hard shadows for this type of look. And I think that's looking good. So I'm just playing with the angle, making sure I'm got it where I want. Actually, I think I want it right there. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm actually going to click on this, copy layer style, and I'm going to right click on the other layers and then do paste layer style. And then the same one, paste layer style. So there you have your base. So now we're going to, what I'm going to do is to keep my layers organized is I'm going to select all of these by holding down Shift and click, and I'm going to group them, and I'm going to call these like my pages. And then I'm going to add my text now. So I'm going to go over here to my layers, to my tool panel. I'm going to click on the text, and what did I have on my website? I think I said sign up for a free personal branding photo shoot guide. Sign up for a free. And I think what I like to do is I like to separate it. So I'm just going to do sign up for free. And I'm not loving this font, so I'm just going to use the font I have in my branding. Guys, if you have Typekit, if you have the Creative Cloud account, you can get so many different fonts. It's pretty amazing. So my font is, I don't even know how to pronounce this, but I'm just gonna go with it. And then, so that's that. I'm just gonna leave it black, but if you wanted to change it, you would just go here, or depending on how you have your panel set up, you could actually, sorry, up here. This is where you want it. If I wanted to change this color, let's say I wanted like one of my branded colors are like a lighter blue, but that doesn't show up very well against the white. So I'm gonna stick with my darker color. And one of the colors I have is almost like this, like, I would actually look up the exact swatch number, but that's close enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another text box for free personal, whoops, go back to that, click in here, personal branding photo shoot guide. And this, I want to make it a little bit different, so I'm going to go extra, I'm going to go black. That's too heavy, so I'm going to go extra bold. And I'm going to change this color. Let's see, just to make it a little bit more interesting, I do have orange as one of my sort of branded colors. Try that again. See how that's looking. And I don't like how everything is here, so I would like some stuff, the text, I want it a little bit wider. So all you have to do whenever you want to adjust this, you're just going to double click on that, and then I'm going to pull these out, and I don't want any hyphens. So I think that's where I want it, right? So that's about right. And then what I'm realizing is it seems a little bit tight here. So I'm going to pull this in, and I'm going to click on each of these and hold down Shift, so I'm grabbing them all, and you can see the layers get highlighted here. And then just move it over a little bit. And that is really it. So what I would do, I mean, I'm not super thrilled with this color. I would play around with the color some. And then, you know, if you have any other branded graphics, or you could, you know, change the background color if you wanted. So actually, I'll show you if you wanted to do a different background color. What I would do is I would just add another layer, go to Edit, Fill, and then go to Color. And then you can pick whatever color you like. So the one I did earlier for a friend, her branded colors were like blue. So you could do something like that if you wanted. And then I obviously would like adjust this, but I'm not a big fan of the way that like is contrasting. But if you have a brand where you wanted to add more color, or maybe you wanted to just add, and guys, all I did, sorry, I keep forgetting that. So if you wanted to make this like adjust it, all you have to do is go to Edit, Free Transform, or Command T. And then maybe like you want to just have it like over here. And what's happening here is that it's locked then. That I don't want that locked. So what I'm going to do, so you could do something like that. However you want to do, you know, based on your brand and your design, but this is going to give you that sort of cover image that you want. And what you need to do from here is just go to right click on these, flatten image. And what that's going to do is it's going to merge all your layers together. So you don't want to do that until you're fully done. And then you want to file, you can either export, export as, you can do it as a PNG, a JPEG. PNG I usually like, so let's do that. And then I'll do tutorial, cover image, and then let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks great. So then you would just upload that to your blog as like the blog cover, and it looks way more polished and professional. And when you then go into your freebie, so the way I have mine set up is I have my cover image, and then when you go in and you, I don't know why that fills in with this woman's information. When you go to download it, you're gonna get, so I have this, I have the form, and then after you sign up, you end up getting this. That's what you end up getting as your freebie. So if you guys have questions, happy to answer them, and hopefully this is helpful. Freebies and opt-ins and lead magnets are great to build your email list and extend a lot of value to your clients, serve them really well with great information. So happy to share more on that.